As I continue to heal and recover from the gunshot wounds I sustained from the murder attempt on my life, I have been able to reflect on my life, more so on my life as a criminal. These past 6 months have given me time to truly reflect on the choices I've made and the things that I've done. To be leader of the Blackheart Mafia gang and drug kingpin that now supplies 75% of the heroin being sold and used in the state of Michigan. If I'm honest about it, I regret it all and feel remorse for about half of it. But it's the things that being a gang leader / drug lord has taken from me that's the most heartbreaking and painful to me. And I'm not talking about the time, money, or men and women we lose due to the choices we made as criminals, as crooks, as thieves and murderers. We know what we signed up for once we choose to live the life of a gangster or a hustler. A criminal must accept what comes with being a criminal comes with. And any penalties and pains you suffer along the way, you simply have to charge to the game. No, it's a family member or a friend who is killed, caught in the crossfire of a gang shooting because of a gang or drug war you're involved in. That's what causes the heart to break and the soul to ache. Like the one I was involved in 6 months ago that left both my fiance and her best friend dead, and me on the ground barely alive. I find myself thinking about that day. The would-haves and could-haves haunt me in all my waking hours. It's not easy for people like me to be in a relationship, to enjoy love without threats looming all around us. We always have to be careful even in our own homes. People like me tend to steer clear of relationships. They are considered weaknesses that our enemies could exploit. I know this rule, yet I gave in to my heart because at the end of the day, I am a human who's made some bad choices, but I am still human. 2 more innocent people are dead now because of my life as a gangster and drug dealer. But that's just one aspect of it. Being a career criminal will take away your status of being an upstanding citizen and productive member of society to a low-life criminal and menace to society, to be looked at with either dread or disgust. But somehow I had found love and someone to accept me regardless of my lifestyle. Yet that very lifestyle has gotten her killed. As my street fame continues to rise and shine, my humanity continues to fade and my soul continues to darken. No one thinks of me as a person anymore. I'm a low-life thug who should be either behind bars, in a grave, or in hell burning for eternity. I see it in the eyes of the family of the woman I loved. They don't know the details of my life, but they can tell that I'm an evildoer, someone not to be trusted, someone who is the reason behind their loss. Someone not worthy of the good that their girl was. I was the darkness which had consumed her light. I try to stay away from her family, but often watch them grieving from afar. I know this is not the end, and I wonder how many more deaths will I witness? How many more people in my life will I lose because of me? It was well thinking of my grandfather to name the gang he had started the Black Hearts, because it requires the blackest of hearts to live this way. To be any kind of criminal will require blood, sweat, and tears, and more blood, more sweat, and more tears with time. And just when you think there's been enough blood shed, and you're drenched in sweat, and you've cried a river, that's when the game of death will require its players to begin again, living out the life of crime over and over again. The cycle repeats. When you live a life of crime, it's just a matter of time before you become the hook or the bait, the wolf or the sheep, on top of the pile or underneath the heap. It could be seconds or minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, or even years. But it's all just a matter of time.